Hey guys, the DJ Mag Top 100 list for 2024 just dropped, and I cannot wait to see who is on the list and who got number one. I'm not taking this too seriously, although I do enjoy seeing who is on the list every year. It's not something that I take super seriously. It's like a popularity contest kind of list. I feel like the top 3 this year is probably going to look the same. I definitely think the top 2 are going to be David Guetta and Martin Garrix. I honestly don't know who's going to win. I want it to be Martin Garrix. I voted for Martin Garrix. I do prefer him over David Guetta, but like he has songs blowing up on TikTok that make him super popular and he's super mainstream right now. But Martin Garrix has done a lot this year, more than I thought he would, so I feel like they both have a good chance of being at number 1, although I do want it to be Martin Garrix. So this is who I voted for. This is my list for 2024. I honestly was going to put Fred again at number 1. Fred again just had a great year and I really enjoyed his stuff this year. Honestly, a little bit more than Martin Garrix. The only reason why I put Martin Garrix at number 1 is because obviously Fred again is not probably going to be top 3, so I wanted to give that more important vote, the number 1 spot, to Martin Garrix to help him go to number 1. Zedd and Skrillex, I really enjoyed their music this year. I really enjoyed their live sets this year. Same thing with Miro. I think it's pronounced Miro. She's like a newbie artist from Stamped Records. She's been blowing up a lot this year. I really enjoyed her live sets this year. So I put her last to see if maybe she could be a new entry this year. Maybe she could make the list. But yeah, I enjoyed all 5 of these DJs and that's my list. And I did base it mostly off of DJing skills, like it is the DJ Mag. When making my votes, I consider all of the DJ sets throughout the year, not necessarily their songs and music that they produced this year. Do you base it off of these people as producers or DJs or both? Like, let me know how you figure out your votes. I won't comment on everybody, but I'll try to give some commentary. Medusa at 100. That's cool to see them on the list. I thought they were on the list before, but it says new entry, so I guess not. I do like some of Medusa's songs. I recognize some of these people. I know like 1 or 2 songs. Okay, Rez. I'm just kind of like talking about who I recognized. So far, the only interesting one for me was Medusa. Dub Vision, new entry. I thought they were on the list last year too. I guess not, but that's really cool to see Dub Vision there. I thought about voting for Dub Vision. They obviously did not make my list this year, but it's cool to see them there, especially at a new entry at 76. That's pretty good, I think. Mike Williams down, Lucas and Steve up, John Summit. Like, I think he talked about not being on the list last year, but obviously he's on it this year. New entry at number 70, so that's pretty good for him. I don't really listen to his music, but I follow him because we're both from Chicago. Like, we're both literally from like the same town, same birthplace. I just like to follow his story because it's, I guess I'm kind of like living vicariously through him because we're from the same place, if that makes sense. I just find like a lot of similarities between us in terms of our backstories and where we're from. So it's cool to see him doing that, and like a lot of stuff he does and talks about in interviews, like about where he's from and that pop-up show he did at Portillo's. Like, that's pretty cool. So I just feel like a little bit of a connection to him, even though I don't love his music. Okay, anyways, Deadmau5 down a little bit. Dom Dalla, new entry, cool. Julian Jordan up 5. I think I voted for him last year or maybe the year before that, but that's cool to see him here because I do like Julian Jordan. Although I don't like his recent stuff a ton, I kind of like his older music, but it's cool to see him move up. Jaimes hype. Zedd. Oh, Zedd's down. No, I voted for Zedd and he went down 7 places. That's kind of crazy though. He released an album this year. He went on tour. I really thought he wouldn't move down, maybe stay in the same place, but down 7 is kind of a lot. I don't know. That's kind of sad. Yeah, I really thought with everything he did this year, he would have gone up. Keeping it going. Alesso up 9, that's cool, because I thought about voting for him, but he, again, didn't make my cut, but I like Alesso, I like what he did this year. Chainsmokers up 2. I'm not a huge fan of their recent stuff from this year and last year. I mean, they have a few songs I like from recent years. I do like the Chainsmokers, but I wasn't like the biggest fan of their stuff from this year. Swedish House Mafia up 24, that's a lot. That's a lot. I thought about voting for them too. They did not make my top 5 this year, but I'm really glad to see them move up. I really like the song they did finally with Alicia Keys. So I have been listening to them a little bit more lately. Marshmello, DJ Snake, Carl Cox. Fred again, let's go! Up 6! That's pretty good. I'm glad to see that he moved up. He did a lot this year too, a lot of live sets. He went on tour, new album. He was very, very active this year, so that's cool to see him move up a little bit. All right, Tiesto, non-mover. I like Tiesto a lot. I like his stuff, so I'm glad to see at least he didn't go down. Calvin Harris down to 10. Yeah, Calvin Harris did pretty good last year, so it's kind of sad to see him move down this year. He didn't do a ton this year from what I remember. Skrillex down 2. No, not Skrillex. I feel like he was a little bit quieter this year though. I mean, he had a huge year releasing Quest for Fire and Don't Get Too Close. He was a little bit quieter this year, didn't do as much, so I can see why he probably moved down a little bit. He was one of my votes, so it's a little sad to see him go down a little bit. We're in the top 20 now. Like, this is getting a little crazy now, like seeing all these like top people here. Okay, Don Diablo, Kashmir, Alan Walker, Steve Aoki. All these people are down a little bit. Oh, Hardwell went up 26. That's a lot. That's pretty good. Now he's in he almost made the top 10, but he's 11. Okay, here we go. Top 10. Peggy, and then Vintage Culture, Fisher. Fisher up 12. I'm not surprised. I like his song Losing It. That's kind of blew up, so I could see him going up 12. Afrojack, non-mover. Armin van Buuren down 1. Timmy Trumpet up 1. Alok, I still don't know how to say his name, but he's a non-mover. And now we're getting into the top 3. I am a little bit nervous, so we're about to see what happens. You know what, I'll just reveal it all at once. Oh, no way! Martin Garrix got number 1! Oh my gosh. That's actually crazy. Literally just like flip-flopped. Martin Garrix went up 2, Dimitri Vegas and Like Mike down 1, and David Guetta down 1. Wow. It's the 3 of them again in the top 3. Like, they're always gunning for each other. I'm really glad for Martin Garrix to be back at number 1. I thought it was a toss-up between Guetta and Garrix came out on top again. That's awesome. That's really, really exciting. Yeah, I guess Martin Garrix just pulled through again with the votes. He got the most votes then, obviously. I'm glad I put him at my number 1 spot. Yeah, honestly, I'm glad that he dethroned David Guetta and Dimitri Vegas Like Mike. I'm not huge fans of them either, so obviously I like seeing my favorite DJs at number 1. So yeah, this is great. I'm really happy this year. But again, don't take this list too seriously. It is, I think, a big popularity contest, and I do question how some of these people get enough votes to be moving up or even to be on the list. I do think some of it is kind of sketchy if you really think about it, but I still think it's fun and interesting to take a look at every year. In the comments, if you voted for the DJ Mag list this year, let me know your top 5, let me know who you voted for, and let me know what you think of the list overall. Let me know your thoughts on the top 3 or the top 10. Let me know if you're happy with the results or upset. Thank you so much for watching this video. If you liked it, please leave a like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye!